how's it going? Got a VCLT from Pie Face. But we're gonna listen to this. Such a badass album. This is Wombath Internal Caustic Torments, Swedish death metal, released in 1993. I've had this copy for several years. It was one of those albums I was looking for quite a bit. I think I've had this album for about 10 years now. I think this is a 2013 reissue. It's Stone Cold Classic. I think I've seen them release this on wax, which I'd love to get a copy of this thing. But anyway, that's what's going to be playing in the background. Hopefully you enjoyed the intro. Kind of like doing it that way. I think Roger does it too. It just, I think a lot of times whenever I turn on the video, I kind of look at it at first. When I was first started making these videos and didn't know what to say. And I think having some music start out the video kind of helps me gather my thoughts. Anyway, so I got a receiver VCLT from Pie Face Simon, and I put a couple of VCLTs together. They're right over there. I plan on sending them soon. And just the other day when this arrived, actually whenever the postman knocked on my door, I thought it was the cops because they just hit that fucking door. I was like, oh shit. But anyway, it happened to be a package, and it's massive. The VCLTs I'm gonna send out, just they're no match to this. This is insane. This is an insane VCLT in a good way. Insanely good. Anyway, it's gonna take a little bit to get through. It looks like I'd say there's 45 to 50 CDs here, so I'm gonna go through them one by one. Simon, thank you so much for this. This just blows me away. I did what you asked in our chat. I just ripped into it and looked into it because I couldn't wait. I had to go to work for the last couple of days. This is actually the first day I got to sit down and listen to a couple of these. And I keep on looking at that stack, not looking at you. But anyway, thank you so much once again. But let's get through this massive thing. I'll just go one stack at a time. We'll start with this stack. There's 4 stacks. Actually, knock out the cassette first. So he sent me this. Actually, he had a note. I better get through the note. So it says, "Hi Steve, hope this finds you well." And I need glasses, so I can hardly see this, but these are all either from my collection or cheap purchases. Hopefully you don't already own too many of them, but I know you'll find a good home for them if you do. I've thrown in a couple of loose CDs, as I'm sure they'll be okay in the car. Enjoy the tunes. Thanks, your friend Simon. Thank you. And he had a kind of a little list of what's in there, so because a couple of these I couldn't read what they actually were until I seen this. And the cassette is Lore, which is Altars from the Precipice Possession debut EP, atmospheric black metal. I might resort to that, but here's what the cassette looks like. It's actually upside down there. And any atmospheric black metal band, it seems like they always have the same scene. Just kind of like black metal bands would have the same, and death metal bands do the same thing. Pretty cool. I haven't actually listened to it yet. I did get the cellophane off, and just a little J card here. And I'll listen to it here probably a little bit. I might listen to it right after the video. I have it right by my cassette player, but this is cool. So it's Lore, and pretty cool. And also, I think this is what he was talking about, a little sleeve of loose CDs. Probably getting to that very end of the video. Let's see what's in there. I haven't actually opened it yet. Yeah, actually I have. I did. There was a couple of CDs I put in jewel cases. That's right. So put that there and save for later. So let's go through these. I'll go through the first stack. And first thing was Amorphous, the Corellian Ethymus, which is some Finnish death metal. I think this was released in 91 or 92, I believe. Of course, a lot of people know who Amorphous is. This is actually a Nuclear Blast copy. I'm not sure if it's a first pressing or not, but I have a copy of this, which will be put into a VCLT. But I'm gonna keep this version right here because this is badass. It's one of my favorite. Finnish death metal is one of my favorite sounds in death metal. This is also on Relapse. It looks like EW. But a little bit about this. I wonder if this has the artwork my reissue has. I haven't actually opened it up. Let's look at it. Yeah, it does. Looks like, well, no, it does. Yeah, it does. Sure does. That's cool as fuck. I love that freaking scene. And from what I gather, oh, that's cool. See, that feature is not in the reissue. What I gather, I think this is some kind of battle between Russia and Finland. I think that's what this album's about. Anyway, killer Finnish death metal right there. Huge fan of the death metal. This one, it looks like black metal. Man, I don't know what it is. Shoot. But it's got some really cool artwork. It looks like black metal. Let's see what we got in here. Maybe I can see what the name is. Oh, yeah, I don't know what that says. The album is called Meditation Through the Inner Vortex. And that's the band's name. Actually, do not know what that says. Probably resort to the note, but I have to look through the note to see it. That was cool. This one is Day. Oh my gosh! It looks like, to me, it looks like Day by the Tubes. That's what it looks like. I've never heard. Oh, Daylight Dies. Oh, okay, now I see it. God damn it. That's what happens when we get old. A Frail Becoming. It's on Candlelight, so it's probably some sort of black metal. Seems like all my Candlelight albums I have is black metal, so that's interesting. I bet this is badass. I like the artwork on it. It's like a snake or something. Cool. This one is Die by the Tubes. I'm just kidding. That's funny shit. Daylight Dies. It's gotta be black metal. It's on Candlelight too. Oh, that's got an order form and everything. I'll have to look this band up. I don't know anything about it, but that's pretty wicked. Die by the Tubes. That's fucking awesome. This one is Rise to Remain. I'd say by this artwork, it's probably metalcore. City of Vultures. Yeah, it's definitely sounds metalcore-y. I don't mind metalcore at all. So this will be a cool listen to hear later. Next one in it was Masters of Metal, which is a cool compilation. Hard and heavy hits, and it has Stand Up and Shout by Dio, Long Live Rock and Roll by Rainbow, love that song. Burn by Deep Purple, love that one. Death to All But Metal, Steel Panther. Oh hell yeah, Fast as a Shark by Accept. There's a bunch of killer freaking tracks on it. Anthrax, Megadeth, Alice Cooper. Hell yeah, that's cool. Next one up is that I think this is Winter Filleth. I think I've seen it's on Cadillac, so it's definitely black metal. I think Tony at Life Eternal showed this. I think it is Winter Filleth because I looked it up and I don't see what it says. It's in that weird font, but I'm pretty sure, but judging by that album cover, it's probably Atmospheric. I believe they're from the UK. Comes with this. That's cool. Definitely gonna listen to that. It's a lot of black metal. I've been really getting into black metal, so more and more lately. I'm more, like I've said in videos before, I'm prominently a thrash and death metal guy, but really digging the black metal. This one's Dark Celebration. I can see that font. Philigoton. I don't know. I guess it's black metal. Maybe. Well, Dark Celebration kind of sounds like it'd be maybe Death Doom. Let's see what his notes. Let's resort to the notes. I should have been just doing that in the first place. Let's see. Dark Celebration, Philigoton. Okay, but poor man's Cradle of Filth. So, okay, symphonic black metal. Sweet. This one is, I've seen this around. Patushka. I think it's Russian. I think it's a black metal band. It's on Metal Blade, but that's a cool little digibook. Nice little pages. Actually, I think I clicked on one of their videos. I didn't listen to it all the way through. It seems like there was some sort of fight going on with this band. I'll have to check it out. Let's go to the next stack. This video is going to be forever. This was badass. This is actually the second CD I listened to when I opened this up. This is Driller Killer Reality Bites, which is I think it's hardcore, kind of hardcore punk. Has a cover Rise Above by Black Flag. So I actually really fucking love this album. This was badass right here, and definitely look this one up if you don't know it. Driller Killer Reality Bites. Killer. This is cool. Actually, I don't have a copy of this on CD. I do have it on wax though. So it's cool to always have a second copy special on CD so I can listen to it in the car. This is probably in my top 5 death metal albums of all time. This right here, Sinister Diabolical Summoning. This is Cosmic Key reissue. In my last video, I think I showed the Hate album. It's in this super jewel case. This is freaking awesome. This album was released in '93. '93 had some badass albums, death metal albums. This is one of them. Some of my favorite shits in '93. 91, 93, 92, that era. But I like the later stuff. This one right here made me smile when I saw it. This is Belsagoth Battle Magic. And I think Brain Smash, yeah, it was Brain Smasher. He's got a poster of this in the background in his videos, but he talked about this album, so I went and checked it out. It's really heavy, symphonic black metal. This is my second album by them now. I can't remember what the other one was called. I don't listen to it as much. It's one of those albums I'm not going to listen to. It's one of those that you just listen to every once in a while, but I freaking love this thing. I think this is it's a German black metal, I think, or maybe Austria. I'm not sure, but it's badass shit. It is fucking badass. This one right here is Placenta Parafist, Parasitic Decay. I can already tell you this is probably going to be brutal death metal. This is fucking sick. I've been really getting into that more brutal sound as well. I was predominantly just a old school death metal guy, and I like my death doom and I like my black and death. But here lately I'm starting to like that slammy or brutal death metal stuff, such as bands like this. But I guarantee Placenta Powerfist sounds like a brutal death metal band. Don't know what year this is, but this is cool. Rising Nemesis Records. It's fucking sick. I love that artwork. It's cool. Next up is Necrophagia. Holocausto de la Mort. Actually, I never heard this one before. I think I have their first album, but I don't have this one. This is going to be awesome to listen to. I love Necrophagia. If nobody knows who Necrophagia, they're probably one of the first death metal bands. Definitely one of the first death metal bands. I had to open that up. Seems like one of them had Phil Anselmo on it. But I don't know if this is the album or not. I'm trying to find. I had it upside down. Nope, there's no Phil on this one. And as a matter of fact, as I say that, looks like it's got 2 album covers. Got that version and that one. Or is it a split? Black Blood Vomitorium Necrophagia. Huh. This is cool. Can't wait to listen to this later. Thank you, Simon. This is badass. Next one up is Black Dahlia Murder. Dahlia Murder? Whatever. The Black Dahlia. I can't fucking say it. Fuck my life. You know, when I first heard about this band, I thought by that name that was metalcore, but this is melodic death metal. I've actually listened to much of this band, to be honest with you. So this is actually my first copy I've ever had. I'm looking forward to listening to it. It's on Metal Blade. I'm not sure what year this was released. Just trying to find. I don't know why I always thought this was a metalcore band. Thank you, Simon. This is badass. This one I knew as soon as I seen it. I knew what this was. Legion of the Damned. This is a freaking awesome album. What is the name of this thing? Malevolent Rapture. Some thrash metal. This is on Massacre Records too. There was Werewolf Corpse. That's the song. That's the first song I ever heard by this band. I think I listened to this back in 2012, something like that. I think that's when this was released. 2006. Well, the first time I ever heard it was in 2012. I think I was surfing YouTube and like discovered a whole bunch of different bands like Havoc and Evil and Bonded by Blood. It's actually a band, and this popped up with it, and anything that says werewolf, I'm gonna click on it, and absolutely freaking blew me away. So thank you so much for a copy of this, Simon. This is badass. These two were loose in the, no, this wasn't. This one didn't have the jewel case, but, or tray. I think this is metalcore, 36 Crazy Fists. It sounds like it. I've never heard this band, but yeah, judging by song titles, that's what I think this is. It's metalcore. It's gonna be fun to listen to. Put it in my collection doesn't go by alphabetical order. I just put, I have a shelf that's dedicated to death metal. One's dedicated to thrash metal. One is for black metal, and then metalcore and glam metal, because I listen to it all. I could care less. I think I got discouraged making VCLT, not VCLT, but VC videos by watching some people thinking their music is better than everybody else's for some damn reason. I don't understand that logic. I like it all. You're not a pink panty wearing, whatever the fuck he says. You know who I'm talking about. If you listen to Pantera. Fucking cheese. Anyway, I don't know what this is. Roadside Story. I think this was, if I remember right, this was actually in the envelope. And I'm thinking, I always like to put it in the jewel case. I'm thinking this is metalcore. Not sure, but it's gonna be cool to listen to. This, I immediately knew what this was. I think this is Alternus. And So the Night Become. I drew a blank there. I think this was released in '98. It's on Candlelight. Kind of reminds me, it's like a black metal version of Bolt Thrower a little bit to me. I haven't actually heard this album in years, but this is a badass. This is a gem right here. I like their first album, but this one is good too. The guitars are just soothing to me on this album. I know that sounds weird, but it does. This one is Zombification. Not seeing anything else. I can't read that. That artwork. Resort to the notes, Steve. Zombification. What is it? Death metal. That's just what it is. Fuck yeah. It looks badass. This is Eld. I'm assuming this is black metal. I can't really see the album cover. Yeah, it's black metal. Fuck yeah, more black metal for my ears. Cool. Next up is this is Kane Omega. I'm assuming this is black metal or death metal, maybe a little bit of both. Kind of fits that. Oh, by the names, I'd say they're German. This is gonna be, I cannot wait to listen to this. Anything German, I'm gonna freaking listen to. Oh, that's fucking wicked. Yeah, this is German. I'm assuming it's gotta be way it's looking, it's probably some freaking evil ass shit. We like the evil shit. Fuck yeah. Put that up. That's fucking wicked. Next one up, some more hardcore. This is Lavatory. I know exactly what this is on Massacre Records. I haven't heard this gem. To serve and protect fast and aggressive hardcore and hate core in your face. This is badass shit. This is a badass album. Came out in the 90s. We listened to the shit out of this one back in the day. My buddy had this on cassette, if I remember right. Fuck yeah, thank you for this one. Can't remember what year it was released. I'm trying to find a date. I don't know. Fuck yeah. Lavatory. This one is Gateway? Boundless Torture? Probably black metal or something. Looks like an EP. I'm not sure what this is. Might be some... Oh. I bet this is Funeral Doom. Something. What is Gateway? Oh, okay, cool. It even says what they are. The Amorphous is an early repress. The Necromantia. Yeah. Cool. I think this is some Doom. This is cool. I'm a huge fan of Swedish death metal. This is Vicious at Art. Pick up this. Sick Child. There's a hype sticker which says of insane Swedish death metal ex-members of Entombed, Grave, and Dark Funeral. Twisted, brutal, utterly violent, vicious art. That's sick as fuck. That'll go with my Swedish death metal collection. Oh yeah, and then god damn, I can't even talk. But like I'll have a Swedish death metal section and a Finnish and Floridian. I kind of split those up too in my collection. Don't know what this even says. Looks Greek, I'd say. I'm not sure what it says. A Cathrita Spiritus Unmundus. I'd say this is probably black metal or, oh no, this is probably Death Doom. It seems like, and you can tell a genre a lot of times of what it's going to be just by some of their art they put in their stuff. This is probably definitely Death Doom. I love Death Doom. Let's see what this is. A Sun Revolution by Reserve to the Prologue. Can't understand it. Silver Records. Never heard of this. I wonder what that is. Let's get to the notes. What was it called again? A Sun Revolution. Don't know what it is. But it looks badass. Eyeball. Can't wait to hear that. And then last stack. I was so stoked to see this. Dark Millennium. Ashore the Celestial Burden, which is German. This is German Death Doom. It's very progressive. A lot of acoustic guitars. Beautiful. This is a beautiful freaking album. 1992. And I was so freaking stoked when I saw this son of a bitch in that box. This is actually the first one I listened to. He even, whenever was when I told him the package arrived, he suggested listen to this one first, which I do all about this album. I was so stoked to see this on Massacre. Fucking killer album. Then this one was fucking awesome. Pungent Stench. This was Dirty Rhymes and Psychotronic Beats, Austria. Nuclear Blast. It's like a first pressing. Pungent Stench is very weird death metal. It's kind of almost like stoner death metal. It's what it, I guess the best way to say it. That's cool as fuck. This one right here is Abaddon Incarnate Pessimist. Assuming it's probably black metal. It's on Candlelight, so I bet it is. I like that artwork, that's pretty sick looking. I got a lot of music to listen to today. This one was awesome. Necromentia, Crossing the Fiery Path, black metal. I think this was released in '93. It's definitely probably a reissue, but I was so stoked to see this one. I've always wanted a copy of it, and I've never really looked for it to even get one, but so glad to have this in there. Thank you, Simon, for this. This is killer. Next up is, I don't know what it is. Let's look it up. This one, a lot of these were like brand new, still in a cellophane. I took it all off before the video. Let's see what this is. Oh, it says Salagia black metal. Said good stuff. That's cool. You gotta buy that picture. I bet it's some kind of black and thrash. Fucking killer. This one, I knew exactly what it was when I saw it. Tartarosa. I never had a copy of this, but this is actually the keyboardist from Emperor. That's fucking killer. I think it's Dungeon Synth. I've only heard a couple of the songs on this. Oh, it's so cool to throw that in there. Looks like this is kind of digibook. Oh no, it's not. It's like smoking weed or something. This is some badass shit. Tartarus, dumbass. That's fucking sick as fuck. I'm a huge fan of Emperor just because of I like everything about Emperor, but one of my favorite things about it is all the synth work. I think this just sounds cool as fuck. Next one up. This was fucking awesome. I've been wanting a copy of this album. This is Root, and this is Hell Symphony. This is obviously a reissue because this was released in '91. I was in high school when I first heard this. Fucking awesome album. Fucking awesome. And then this is cool to add to my collection. I actually have the first pressing on CD, but this one includes the demos. Disincarnate, Dreams of a Carrion Kind with James Murphy. This is the third death metal album I've ever heard. I talk about that a lot, but this is the third one. Actually, I learned how to play guitars to the first track long ago. This is on Listenable Records, but this is fucking awesome. I was so happy to have have this because I was hoping this had, I think they did a cover on it. I don't think this has the cover on it, but I swear they did a cover of Heartwork by Carcass. But this has 3 demos on it, so that's cool to add to the collection. This was awesome. I actually have this on wax, but this has the EP on it. I forgot what that EP was called. This is a killer fucking death metal album. I know some people don't really care for it, but I love it. I love this album. 1991 Massacre. And this one is Tomb Throat Bloodred History, which actually I used to have a copy of this long ago. But this one was released in I think I got it in 1999 or 2000. But it's that death metal that was coming out in 2000. It has a weird sound because I think the drum snare during that time, you could hear some music, the progression of the drum snare sounds different. And this has that drum snare from the early 2000s, like Limp Bizkit and all those bands have, but this is some brutal shit. Grindy. And next one up is Thor's Hammer, The Hate Worse Than Death. I imagine this is black metal. Fuck off and die. But they hate everybody too. Okay. Cool. I'll listen to that here. I'll put this with other bands. I have hammers in there. I think I have Lucifer's Hammer and Master's Hammer and bunch of other stuff. But anyway, that's my video. So Simon, that was insane. Not insane, but that's a lot of stuff. I never expected that. My Chemical Romance. Oh, Under the Influence. Songs that inspired My Chemical Romance. Black Flag, The Misfits, and more. Really? So it's a comp. That's cool as fuck. Definitely find a jewel case for that here in a little bit. I have a bunch of extra jewel cases, so that was pretty cool. Stick this all in there. But anyway, Simon, I'll be sending yours very soon. And there's a couple other people out there that I have a couple packages for. Anyway, thank you, Simon, once again. That was a freaking amazing bunch of stuff in there that I just fucking love. And a bunch of stuff I'm sure I'm gonna really dig because I kind of like everything. If it's music, I like it. But anyway, you all have a good one. Thank you again for watching. If you made it this far, later.